Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video on 8.1.3 Paths for Exploration. We're gonna attempt Exceptional Gene Prey on the Weak with Staggering Beauty. Now here the node is going to be a weapon node with Exceptional Gene, so you have to wait for the defender to throw a heavy attack and then you can retaliate back with a basic, and that will disable the weapon node, and then you can use a heavy attack to do 600% extra damage on that. So if you have champions that can do guaranteed hits on heavy attacks, they will work really well. My absolute favorite is Doom with Diablo synergy. They just run through the path very easily. So I've given you a bunch of options that you can use with heavy attack based champions, so you can use them. Just be careful, there is going to be a Mephisto and Dormammu, so you need to bring a counter for that. If you have a champion that is incinerate immune, he will work really well here. Now, having said that, let's jump into the part. The boss is going to be Diablo. We're going to attempt is going to Diablo for the second time. This time around, we're going to take him down with Doom. We already took him down with Black Widow Deadly Origin. So let's jump into it and make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notifications. All of that really helps me out a lot and helps me grow the channel. Now the first fight is going to be against an Immortal Iron Fist. I am just using Nick Fury because I just like using him, so I thought, you know what, the first fight I will do with him. I have a rank 4 of him, so all I'm going to do is to wait for him to throw a heavy attack and retaliate. Right there you will see weapon is disarmed, and now if I use a heavy attack, I'm gonna do extra damage. Look at that damage on the bleeds. So what I like to do with Nick Fury is use a medium into heavy attack. That gives me 4 bleeds, and 2 of them can give me internal bleeding. Again, 15,000, then into SP2, some good damage, and you can take him off. The power of the node you will not notice with Nick Fury, but once you use somebody like Colossus with Omega Red, or if you use Tigra, or if you use Captain America Infinity War or Doom with Diablo, then you see the big numbers that we will see on the next fight. So I'll see you there. The next fight is going to be against a Venom. Now this will be fun to see. I'm waiting for him to throw a heavy. Right there, I disabled his arm and look at that damage, 108. Again with a heavy attack, 35,000 without a crit. Now I am using Diablo synergy. Now I threw another heavy attack with stagger, 108,000. So you can literally finish off the fight in 2 or 3 heavies just like that. Another one, look at that damage, 108,000, and Venom is almost dead. So it's a very fun path. And yeah, you can easily take down. Just wait for the defender to throw a heavy attack and you can retaliate, and then just heavy your way away. So Dr. Doom is a really fun attacker here with Diablo synergy. Next one up is going to be a Mephisto. Now I've brought in Colossus because he is incinerate immune, but also I can use the Omega Red synergy here as well to help me out. The only difference here is going to be that there is Staggering Beauty, and that will take away my armors, but that's not really the problem here, because anyway once the armor is disabled I'm gonna do 50-60,000 crits anyway, even if I have no armor on me. So just there I did 107, so don't worry about Staggering Beauty. You can just bring in Colossus and do that damage. So all you need to do again is to wait for him to throw a heavy attack, the defender. Once he does throw a heavy, you can retaliate with a basic attack that will disarm the weapon, and then you can use parry and heavy style for all of those extra damage and 600% extra on a heavy attack. I think I pushed him to an SP3 here and I got hit with an SP3, but that's okay. Colossus is pretty tanky and I was able to kill him right after. Next defender is going to be a green goblin. Now I'm just going to use in the Diablo because I brought him for the synergy with Doom. You can run the whole path with Diablo and You can cheese the whole path with Doom and Diablo, it's up to you, but I just like using different champions, showing you different options for the path, so I'm gonna use him. Look at that damage on the heavy and plus the poisons. So all I'm doing here, once I've disabled the weapon node, all I'm doing is using parry and heavy so I can apply the poisons and do the extra damage as well. Now the weapon node is almost up, I'm gonna wait for it, and then I'm gonna let him throw a heavy right here and go back in, weapon disarmed. Now I'm going to use a heavy attack and then look at that damage, 16,000 on just a basic one. If this one crits, that will do more damage on that. So yeah guys, that's about it. Like this you can take down the defenders easily, and because of the poison, Green Goblin will not be regening back any HP, so that Diablo works nicely for this fight. Plenty of other options, any heavy attack based champion will work. Next defender is going to be a red goblin. Now again we're gonna have the Doom cheese here. Doom with Diablo synergy. Just going to wait for him to throw a heavy and then attack. That will disable his weapon node. And now heavy attacks will do extra damage right there, 108,000. Because I'm using Diablo synergy, every time there's a stagger already on the opponent, if you use a heavy attack, it's a guaranteed crit. With that guaranteed crit and 600% extra damage from the weapon node, those huge crits look really good, and you can finish off the fight very quickly. And the last fight before the boss is going to be a Dormammu. We're gonna do the same thing. We are going to use parry and heavy. Wait for him to throw a heavy attack, and once he does, we're gonna retaliate and remove that weapon node and then just use heavy attacks. Other champions you can use, Captain America Infinity War will work really well here. If you wanna bring in a Red Guardian, he will work good as well. Your Tigra is a good option here as well. So plenty of different options you can use. Now, Colossus is not the most ideal, but he can work because every time there will be a nullify armor, you're gonna get a degen from Dormammu. So just be careful about that. I have mentioned him there. He's not the best option, but he does work too. If you combine him with Hulk synergy, I think. Oh no, sorry, White Max Energy has 65% chance of negating the nullifiers as well, so that can work too. But I think the better options are going to be Captain America Infinity War, Tigra, Doom. They will work better for this fight. The boss fight is going to be against the Diablo with Biotic Adoption, Riot, Thanks for Knockdown, and Transducer with Shock vulnerability. So it's better to use champion that have easy access to Shock. Now I tried doing this fight with Mole Man, but there were two problems here. One, that he goes unstoppable right after knockdown, and that does not give me time. By the time I'm able to remove the unstoppable, he goes unblockable again, and the shock is not there anymore from the SP1. So I don't think Mole Man is a very sustainable way to do this fight. So I tried it, I think I die, but then I come back and I use the Doom, and Doom works really well. Although the best option for this boss is going to be your Black Widow Deadly Origin and also your Thor Ragnarok. They will work really well because of the easy access they have to the shocks. They can easily finish off this fight and much more faster. So I made a mistake there, I died, and then I came back with Doom. So all I'm going to do here is to try to intercept the first time. and use a heavy attack at the end of it and get that stagger up. Another good thing about Doom, if you use an SP1, you can remove the unstoppable and also the unblockable buff. Because it's a buff, then you don't have to worry about it. So again, I'm just playing slowly, trying to bring up my power, and then I can go back to Doom cycling. But yeah, again, it's much easier with Doom. Just right here. Knocked him down. You will notice the unstoppable didn't trigger. I'm also using pacified 3x3, but I would suggest you to remove it. Push him to 2 bars of power. And because of transducer, I have to be very careful when I use SP3. As soon as I hit, I can use an SP3. Otherwise, I will lose power and I will only be able to use an SP2. So just be wary about that. And yeah, it's a very fun and easy fight. You will notice that the blockable buff is gone and it's not gonna come back, so I can easily play around and do all the damage I need. Even if it does come back like this now, you can also use an SP1 and deal with it your way, which would be much easier. So I hope you find this video helpful, and we are almost done with 8.1.3. Only one part more remaining. I will put it out later today, and from here tomorrow we are gonna start 8.12 and the monthly EQ video, so stay tuned for that. And apart from that, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see more content of 8.1, check out the playlist on the channel or click on the top right. And yes, guys, see you next time. Bye.